State-sanctioned swatting allowed cops to assault teens in personal vendetta for double doorbell prank lawyer. Delaware State Trooper Dempsey Walters allegedly beat two teens after a prank. A Delaware State Trooper's heinous attack on two teenagers in response to a doorbell-ditch prank who was unspeakably violent, one of the teens' lawyers, Sam Davis, said. Trooper Dempsey Walters, 29, was indicted on several criminal charges after he allegedly beat a 17-year-old and held him at a gunpoint during an arrest. Then he allegedly punched and handcuffed a 15-year-old with such force that it broke his orbital socket. It gave him a concussion with complications causing severe brain trauma, Davis said. Arrest of teen who was not playing ding-dong-ditch. Walters was one of several law enforcement officers who forced the two teenagers, including 17-year-old AOL, from their homes at gunpoint. The officers knocked them to the ground, barked commands to stop resisting, and cuffed them while they screamed, according to body cam footage released by Delaware AG's office. The teens responded, "I'm not resisting" or "I'm not moving." The body cam footage from the local Newport police officer shows an officer in a bulletproof vest standing over one of the teenagers with a rifle pointed at his back. During that time, AOL was on a phone call with his mom, who heard the entire incident, Davis said, which traumatized both of them. AOL left his home to live with his aunt to get out of the neighborhood where Walters lives too, he said. The 15-year-old, who was identified by his first name Jaden, along with a couple friends, played ding-dong-ditch August 21st and banged on Walters' door while his girlfriend was home, according to court documents. She called Walters, who was on duty at the time, and Walters allegedly reported the incident as a home invasion, which prompted a multi-agency law enforcement response that included a state police chopper and K-9 unit. The local teenagers were simply at the wrong place at the wrong time and were attacked by the troop, who was their local neighbor, Davis said. Their whole notion of safety was destroyed, Davis told Fox News. It was such a gross overreaction to a kid's prank. They both thought they were going to be killed in that takedown. That's why Davis called this an example of state-sanctioned swatting. We know that swatting is calling a false report that activates a SWAT team. Here it was a police officer who called in a normally false misstatement of what he had to know happened, which is a kick on his door. That activated a small army of law enforcement from Delaware, which included a helicopter, a K-9 unit, long rifles, and between 15 and 25 law enforcement officers. The other allegedly victim, identified as 17-year-old A.L., had nothing to do with the prank and didn't know Jaden, Davis said. 4 days earlier, on August 17, A.L. argued with Walters, who lives in the same neighborhood, while he was off duty, according to court documents. The next day, Walters used the police database to look up A.L.'s information. Arrest of teen who was not playing ding-dong-ditch. Walters was one of the several law enforcement officers who forced two teenagers, including 17-year-old A.L., from their homes at a gunpoint. The officers knocked them to the ground, barked commands to stop resisting, and cuffed them while they screamed. The teens responded, "I'm not resisting" or "I'm not moving." During that time, neither L nor the other teenager in the body cam footage were involved in the ding-dong prank, police officials said. Police originally said it was a case of mistaken identify, but they didn't really explain to AOL's mom, why he was pulled from his home, according to Davis. Walters allegedly left the scene and joined up with other officers who had Jaden in custody, according to a warrant revealed.